few months ago, the governor delivered what he called a budget. It was dead on arrival. It depended on hundreds of millions of dollars that did not exist. I call that reckless. It was inadequate. It was inadequate on the face of it, and it was inadequate to the men and women, the working families of this state. So what happened is that the legislature, people of both parties, had to sit down, go to work, and fix it. They did. They did their very best to balance a very difficult situation. In fact, one might even say a desperate situation. They delivered that, a budget that works for the people of Nevada, back to the governor, and the governor chose to pander to a tiny extremist minority. Without any sense of justice or history, Gibbons said, no, let's just throw away all the hard work and go back to pandering, go back to sloganeering. That was irresponsible, again, on his part. You know, it wasn't that he just vetoed a budget. What he did is he vetoed hardworking families, he vetoed children, he vetoed the young men and women who are going to our colleges and universities all over this state. He vetoed public health and safety. He vetoed the future of Nevada. And what I'm saying here, and I hope you all join me in saying, it's time to veto Jim Gibbons.
Yeah! Good afternoon. My name is Rhonda Jackson Pullins, and I work for the City of Las Vegas Housing Authority. I'm also a proud member of SEIU, and I sit on the board, the executive board of SEIU Nevada. As a mother of four, I'm really concerned that the governor has vetoed the budget and yet again taken action that threatens our children's health, well-being, in some cases, their lives. I was shocked when Governor Jim Gibbons released a state budget capping the number of children who can enroll in Nevada Checkup, an invaluable program which provides low-cost, comprehensive health care coverage to low-income, uninsured children who are not covered by private insurance or Medicaid. These are often the children whose parents have been laid off of work and lost health care, or whose employers do not offer health care. There are kids who have fallen through the cracks, going without regular exams, and testing leaves them vulnerable to chronic health problems that could plague them for the rest of their lives. I work with families every day that benefit from this program. Studies show us that children with health insurance are less likely to miss school due to ailments such as asthma or even dental problems. And of course, they're more likely to receive medical treatment before they end up in emergency rooms, the only option for desperate parents who cannot afford a visit to the doctor. I'd like to thank our legislative leadership for providing a solution to Governor's appalling budget. I want to thank each and every legislator who did the right thing and overrode Gibbons' veto. Our message is now clear. It's time to veto the governor and put Nevada's families first.
Economic roller coaster for decades. This is a deep plunge, but it's still part of the same ride. The only way off this ride is through education. We must have a better educated workforce and better educated students. After 5 rounds of budget cuts, the legislature sent a bill to Governor Gibbons with additional cuts that at least strive to sustain education at a minimum level until conditions improve. The governor has vetoed even this minimal support. We can't afford to tell our students to just hang on for a couple of years and then we'll get back to them. Nevada's children and Nevada's families deserve better. You know, everyone is vested in public education. Every child, every family, every employer, every business owner, every community, every Nevadan. Please join Nevada PTA in congratulating our courageous legislators, joining together to override the governor's veto and continue to help keep our kids, our young adults, and our families coming back here in the great state of Nevada. Thank you.
No sense at all. We are trying to care for our seniors in their homes and keep them out of the nursing homes, which save our state those expenses. We urge our legislators to continue the overrides of the governor's vetoes. Governor, we're here to say no to you. We're going to remember this come election time. Campaign promises and empty slogans you continue to rely on, and your vetoes are not the answer to the crisis we Nevadans face today. Where is your compassion for retirees and senior citizens? Where is your compassion for the children of this state? Where is your compassion and understanding of the needs of the state? This is not leadership. I thank all of you for being here today and this opportunity to express my personal frustration about what's happening to all of us here, and we need to stay together and move on forward. And remember election day, who's doing this?
I'm Janine Lake. I'm an employee representative in the Las Vegas office, and I'm here today on behalf of all of the hardworking, committed, and dedicated state employees in Nevada. And we are very, very grateful to the legislators who were able to override this budget, or this veto from the governor today. A governor who could care less about the serious cuts that have already taken place at places like mental health, where they have serious working condition issues, safety issues, the Department of Corrections with similar situations, and in our welfare offices where caseloads have gone from 350 to over 700. So these are, our employees are very grateful that there were no more cuts and that there won't have to be any, at least in the very near future. And collectively, I know that I represent every state employee here when we say we will be out there in the next election cycle and Jim Gibbons will not be a governor again.
In a nonprofit group called Trends. We focus a lot on getting young people involved in getting their voices heard and things like this. We have a big focus on K through 12, and you know that's where my heart is. I focus a lot, but I'm a college student, and I'm unable to focus on helping K through 12 anymore because I have to worry about college now. I am literally writing letters to restaurants, all these businesses, because there's not enough scholarships out there. There's not enough grants out there for everybody. Not for me. I come from a single parent home. I'm trying to make a better life for myself. I'm trying to help my people, my community, by educating myself. I cannot preach to these kids to go to school, and I can't go to school.
All right.
I'm feeling the effects of this already at UNLV. There are so few classes being offered now. There are so few financial aid being offered now. Teachers are being thrown out the door left and right. This is unjust, and this is unacceptable. I do want to applaud our legislative leaders. They're doing a great job. They're not taking no for an answer. But, you know, it's very frustrating when we have a governor putting up signs talking about we need a legislature that works for the people, not against the people. I need a governor that works for the people, not against the people. But I'm very optimistic because we are all here together today on this hot day. But it's a blessed day because we're gonna succeed. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna have the best education in the country. We're gonna have the best health care in the country one day because of this right here. So thank you for everybody.